Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is episode number 25 of the first person shooter series, and in this video we are going to get started with the actual trying to add a health bar to our game. So yeah, let's do that. And if we, for now our player does have a damageable script on him, and if I select my enemy and I go here, the enemy should do damage as well. I'm not sure if it actually does that right now or not. We'll check that. But the point is that we want a health bar to show how much damage we can get, and yeah, we basically want to detect when we change the health of the player, and when our health drops to 0, we basically want to like have a game over screen or something. So for that, how are we going to do that? Well, let's just what we can do is we can try to make you can do it two ways. You can add events if you want to, or the way that we are going to actually do it in this video is that we are going to basically make it so that we inherit from this class, and then basically using an object oriented pattern. So we are going to have a player damage, we are going to have another class called a damage manager, and we are going to inherit from that class to add a damage manager for the player, for the enemy, and so on. You'll understand when we actually get into the action. So yeah, let's get started with that. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my damageable script. As you can see, I've already done that here, and what we want to do in this script is that we want to well, basically add like a method for a new class here. So for that, I'm going to actually go back into Unity, because we are going to go under damage folder, and I'm going to add in a new folder here called damage manager. I compile, and I'm going to just double click to open it up, and once it has opened up, damage manager currently inherited from mono behavior, I'm going to make it an abstract class, and once I've done that, yeah, I can remove these two using statements, and then this all boilerplate. And what we want to add here is we want to add a couple of methods here: a public abstract void, not called update, but instead called let's say, because this is an abstract void, and this is going to be called let's say changed health, or let's say taken damage. Alright, and it's going to have a float here called damage, and that's it. And yeah, that makes a small damage manager class for us. And what we are going to do in the damageable is that we are going to go ahead and have a private damageable here called no, not damageable, a private damage manager here called manager. And in here we are going to in the start method, what we are going to do is we are going to manager is set equal to get component damage manager, and if manager is equal to null, then we are going to not return. We are going to just say enable. Enabled means enable model here. Okay, set the enabled is equal to false, and also go ahead and do a let's just say actually let's just go ahead and say destroy this, and then we are going to say manager manager, no, not manager, sorry, yeah, I'm going to say debug.log, and we are going to say in here we are going to say damageable requires a damage manager. Alright, so now it should give a lot of errors to all the places that we have got the debug dot, by the way, not log dot debug dot log error, and this should give a bunch of errors because currently our we have got no damage manager. So for that we actually need to add a damage manager, a couple of classes that inherit from this. So we are going to go under Unity, and this will compiling, and just let it compile, and yeah, once it has compiled, just go here, and I'm going to add in a new C#. Actually, let's just add in a new C# script here called empty damage manager. Let's call it that, because this is going to do nothing. Damage manager, and let's open that up, and then we are going to remove these two, and then all of this, boilerplate, and then what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and instead of inheriting from mono behavior, we are going to inherit from damage manager. And once we have done that, what we are going to do is you can see it gives a bunch of errors regarding this, and we can just go ahead and press alt enter and implement the abstract classes, and it currently throws a new system dot whatever, and we are going to just add a empty method in here. Alright, so this is our basic damage manager that currently does nothing at all, but it should basically stop us from getting any error. And what we want to do is well, we'll get to that in a second. So first let me just go ahead and add in a command. Go ahead and select my player, and I'm going to add in a empty damage manager to it, and then I'm going to select my enemy and add in a enemy and add in a empty damage manager to it as well. By the way, you might find it hard to select things because you might end up selecting the canvas, so just make sure that the canvas is press this icon here to make the canvas unselectable in the scene view, so that you never get to the problem. Alright, as you can see, this is working, and oh, the enemy does not have an empty damage manager. I just added that. Alright, let's see now if it gives any errors. It should not give any errors, except the fact that this cube should, because the cube let me just check, because the cube current does not have an empty damage manager. It does not even have a damageable. Alright, we can hit play, and it shouldn't cause any problems. So let's see. I hit the play button, and what happens? There are no errors at all. So that means that this is working. Now we need to add an actual damage manager system that actually registers the events and then a health bar. But that is something that we are going to actually do in the next video, and in this video we are going to only add it so that in the damageable we are actually just going and when we actually get the damage, and we do not have that problem, then we are going to go ahead and do a we are going to go our manager dot taken damage, and for the damage we are going to just say let's say how much damage we took. So we basically need to say our damage, and you can see that our new this actually does work because we are just giving it the damage directly. But the problem is that our health is set to our new health is greater than or equal to 0, or else it's just set to in that case it's set to new health, or else it's set to 0. And that means that the damage value might actually change depending on how much damage we actually take, but we don't want to change that, because if we are playing like an effect based on how much damage we took, we want to play the full effect even if we die earlier than taking the full damage. So yeah, this is actually going to work, and that works, but there is nothing to actually see that it works or not. So in the next video we are going to add a health bar, which will be the final effort of all of our efforts in the past 2 videos. So yeah, I'm just going to end the video here, and make sure to like and subscribe as well, and stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.